history of children and stuff like that. So deep seeds are planted extremely early in terms of how black children feel about themselves based on their hair. Are young black girls and boys conditioned to believe that straight hair is beautiful?
Well, I'll start. Funny, I didn't really grow up. I mean, I grew up in an all African-American community. I grew up in PG County. And forgive me, I'm sick tonight. So I'm going to answer your question, but I just want to say that I grew up more so thinking that, or seeing or hearing that mixed hair. And it was more of like black and Puerto Rican or black and Latino or maybe black and white. But that was more of the concept of good hair that was embedded in, I guess, the generation of PG County. Like I didn't really get this whole silky thing. It was more of the curly, big hair. That was really the big hoo-ha when I was growing up. So I think that for me, growing up, it was sort of embedded, and I think that it was most definitely revered as to be like the prettier hair. It was, but I didn't really hear good hair growing up. I heard pretty hair. I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know if good hair just kind of skipped over where I'm from, but it was always pretty hair. Oh, her hair's so pretty. Oh, she got that pretty hair. You got that curly hair. Like that was really the talk when I was growing up. So I can speak from my experience and say that it wasn't always about it being silky and straight and good. It was about, are you mixed? So what are you mixed with, or wanting to be mixed, or you know, that and curly hair. Like curly hair was a big deal when I was growing up.
Sure. This almost seems like a rhetorical question to me because, you know, our children, particularly African American children, affected and thinking that straight hair is most beautiful, most definitely, hands down. And it starts from as early as we are able to articulate through language. The idea of the notion of good versus bad is ever present, is present in Disney. The classic Disney movies are Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Sleeping Beauty, and Little Mermaid, and I forget the other one. Snow White, yes, I said. Now, in all of the classics which become reproduced, which are introduced to children at a young age, we see slender white women, long straight hair, and this is introduced to the children. And children come out saying, I want princess hair. What is princess hair? You see? And of course, we're all familiar with the doll studies done by Kenneth Clark. These are young elementary school children who eagerly will choose the white doll over the black doll and feel as though they are answering correctly because why? They have learned and internalized this information that white equals good, black equals bad at all costs and everything associated with this. So from age 0, and the most important years for a child, age 0 to 5, the socialization process identifies white as good, black as bad, anything associated with that, including hair, nose, body shape, particular characteristics, language. So I just think that it's very important to address that firmly, that most definitely these children are affected, and our questions have to address, you know, what is the social influence, because it is not just social media, but it's also family and generational patterns that we pass down in the home. When you're 5 and your mother is hot combing your hair, she is saying, oh, we need to straighten these roots. That's your mother. Yes? Black women. And what are you getting, where are these roots going to? They're going back. When people say the language we use, my hair is going back, yes, it's going back to Africa. And you're trying to get away from that when you straighten it metaphorically. And so there's these deep structures of culture that exist there that we can't just kind of reduce to, you know, it's my style, or it's just sort of present, omnipotent. I don't know. I'm not really attached to these images when we really are.
The next question, does anyone feel, and this is not necessarily directed to my panel, this is for our guests, does anyone here feel like they have any insecurities about their hair? You know, like for example, I see a lot of women, I know that a lot of women on Temple's campus have decided to wear their hair natural. And I don't know if that was, you know, was that something different? Was it a process? Did you feel different? Did you feel insecure? You know, the feedback from it?
Yeah, hi, my name is Jamel Huxtable. Well, I thought, like, going to my high school is predominantly black high school, so all the girls there looked the same, and they all had, like, relaxed hair, and I started getting relaxed hair from a relatively early age. But when I came here, like, I got a lot more of an influence because Temple has such a diverse background. I've seen a lot of white girls around, a lot of Spanish girls around, and I'm starting to see, like, it just started to dawn on me that my hair could actually use a bit of work. Like, it just looks, like, when I look at a white girl with the long tresses of hair, it looks nice and natural and simple. And then when I see my hair getting rough and like untamed, like I don't look as pretty as I think I should be looking, or as pretty, like the white girls here, they just, in my eyes, I just feel like, and in no way am I trying to like say that I want to be white like that, but in my eyes, I just feel like they feel good about themselves. And sometimes, like, when my hair is like this right now, I feel like, you know, I'm happy right now. I feel like content. But when it goes back to its like real state and it gets rough and choppy again, I suddenly start to feel that I look less than what I am.
That's an honest answer.
Yeah, very honest. But let me just add and say that when I interned with Bobby Thomas, like being in a very highly political television atmosphere like NBC, I can honestly tell you that there are more white women who wear weaves and extensions than black women. They just look a little, I don't want to say better, but they just look more natural at times. And B, you'd be highly surprised at the amount of white women who actually want our hair. And every day, I was always the only brown girl at NBC every morning, and every day there was somebody, oh my God, your hair, oh my God. When I was on, because I wore my natural hair, I wore weave, I wore everything throughout that internship, and it was every day. Oh my gosh, your hair's so cute. Oh my gosh, your hair's so cute. Like, I see what you're saying, and I'm completely not discrediting it, but I just want you to know that the way we look at them at times, they look at us the same way. And the way they look at their blonde, straight hair in the morning, they're highly bored. The way we are when we look in the mirror, we're like, oh my gosh, I want to do something different. So I just wanted to put that out there because I've been around it all day, every day, complaining.
I like to agree. I grew up in diverse schools, and well, especially in elementary, it's predominantly white, and I would wear my hair in ponytails and like braided up and plaits, and they'd be like, oh my God, I love your hair. And it's like they can't do that with their hair. Their hair is in a sense kind of dead. Even at prom, I have white friends, their curls didn't last. My curls last all night. You know, I can pin my hair up and it still be fine. My best friend, she's from Puerto Rico, and her hair didn't last at prom. And it's just like, I go in and I come in, I leave out the way I came in with my hair still up nice and firm. And it's just like, I love that about my hair and black people's hair in general. Like it has life to it. And I feel like a lot of people don't embrace that life in their hair because they want to be like something else. And it's just, I just agree with everything with what you were saying.
And just to go with both their comments, it's only been my first year of being natural, and the stages I went through were crazy. I stopped getting perms. I felt like, you know, like I don't need another perm. Like I don't want any more chemicals in my hair. I just want to see like what my hair is about, like my curl pattern. Like you said, I've been getting perms since early ages, so I never even get to see my natural curl pattern. I just wanted to see like what my hair was about. And it was shedding, like it was falling out, you know, because it's a chemical. So, and like it's only been a year, and I'm liking it. I like, you know, like the texture and everything. And I mean, like, you know, it's difficult. It's a daily struggle with African American women, like trying to do something new, different, you know, with their hair. But I feel as though, like, you know, like me, like being natural, I feel like I can do more things with it, and like vice versa, getting a perm like every couple, you know. Weeks and stuff, and then having to deal with that, it gets dry. You know, it is a struggle, but you just have to find out what like works for you.
All right, I'll take